Today, we are going to review the essential steps for the preparation and application of the Meridium 3860 MRI IV infusion pump's additional features. We will focus on programming a bolus on channel A, programming a bolus on channel B, keep vein open, or KVO. Additionally, we will provide step-by-step instructions on titrating and infusion. Prior to programming a bolus, titrating, and KVO, ensure that all 3860 system components are sufficiently charged. All components are communicating on the same wireless channel. Be sure to use a new sealed IV set within its expiration date. Please review the initial setup and IV set selection videos if additional preparation information is required. For training purposes, this video series will use propofol in all demonstrations. Step 1. Programming a bolus on DIRS. To program a bolus on DIRS, the user will first press the soft key adjacent to bolus. The pump's screen will display the bolus setup screen. The bolus screen may vary depending if DIRS or rate mode is being used. The user will then press the soft key adjacent to time and key in the desired time. The time can be programmed in 6-second increments, with 0.1 being 6 seconds, up to 99 minutes. The pump defaults to 1 minute. However, the time may also be pre-populated by the user's facility's pharmacy. The user will then press the soft key adjacent to dose. Using the numeric keypad, the user will key in the dose and press the enter button. The bolus will begin immediately. Once finished, the pump will beep once and revert back to the primary infusion parameters. Step 2. Programming a bolus on rate mode. To program a bolus on rate mode, the user will first press the soft key adjacent to bolus. The screen will then display the rate and volume settings with the rate highlighted. Using the numeric keypad, the user will key in the desired rate and volume to be infused. The user will press the enter button and the bolus will begin immediately. Once finished, the pump will beep once and revert back to the primary infusion parameters. Step 3. Titrating and infusion. Titrating is when the user changes the dose in either the DIRS or the dose rate calculator mode. Additionally, titrating is when the user changes the rate in basic infusion mode. For training purposes, we will perform titrating from the DIRS or the dose rate calculator, and we will start with an infusion of propofol. To titrate by changing the medication's dose, the user will start by pressing the soft key adjacent to dose on the screen for the medication they wish to titrate. Next, using the numeric keypad, the user will input the new dose. The user will then press the enter button to confirm the dose change. The pump will then continue infusing during dose titration. The user should avoid pressing the A or B buttons when attempting to titrate, as this will result in the infusion being paused and the pump going into standby mode. If the user does press the A or B button, they must ensure to press it once again to resume the infusion and proceed with the steps to titrate. If the newly inputted dose exceeds the dosing limit set by the user's facility's pharmacy, an alert message will appear at the top of the screen. Upper and lower soft dosing limits may be overridden by pressing the enter button. The user cannot override the upper and lower hard dosing limits. Step 4. Keep vein open, or KVO. The programmable range for KVO is 0 milliliters per hour to 5 milliliters per hour. IRadimed sets defaults to 1 milliliter per hour. If the KVO rate is set to 0 milliliters per hour, it is off, and the user must completely reprogram the pump once the infusion finishes. When the volume to be infused reaches 0 milliliters, the infusion automatically switches to the preset KVO rate of 1 milliliter per hour. A short one-time audible beep will announce the switch to KVO. When the user needs to resume an infusion on one of the channels, the user will press either the A or B button to stop the infusion on the corresponding channel. The user will then replace the fluid source, be it a bag, bottle, or syringe. Once the new fluid source is installed, the user will press the soft key adjacent to volume to be infused. Using the numeric keypad, the user will key in the new volume to be infused value and press the enter button. Finally, the user will press the corresponding A or B button to restart the infusion. For pumps with the KVO rate set to 0 milliliters per hour or off, the pump will stop infusing. The screen will display completed and standby. The green light will not flash. An audible beep will be heard every 15 seconds to remind the user that the pump is not infusing. The user must then press the cancel button twice to return to the main menu screen to program a new infusion. For more information, visit www.iradimed.com. For technical support, please call 407-677-8255. 8022.